NPP would continue remain uncertain.
Now, there's some good news for the Muslim community across the country, and government has reduced the Hajj fare for the 2025 Hajj pilgrimage from 75,000 Ghana cedis to 62 Ghana cedis. This was part of President Mohammed's campaign promise last year. Chairman of the Hajj Task Force and MP for TV3 North noted that the huge debt of over $5 million was left behind by the NPP government.
The Ghanaian Muslim community has over the years lamented the financial commitment for their mandatory Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca. One of such is Abdul Nasiru and his friends, who say they have long desired to fulfill the fifth pillar of Islam, but the fare for the pilgrimage has been a hindrance.
My name is Abdul Nasiru, but when you check my Facebook account, my Twitter account, everywhere it's Al-Hajj Nas. With this reduction, we would also go to Hajj, and then the Al-Hajj Nas would authenticate it and then make it a reality.
Chairman of the Hajj Task Force announced government has taken steps to reduce the fare as promised following several negotiations.
The last year, the fare was set at 75,000 Ghana cedis. Today, I am pleased to announce that the fare for the 2025 Hajj has been set at 62,000 Ghana cedis.
Some members of the Muslim community expressed gratitude for the reduction.
Just like Oliver Twist said, we want more. So if it even comes down, fine. But sometimes we have to be realistic. We look at the economic crisis now, we look at the condition and how it's going, how the dollar is pegged and whatever. So maybe at the good start, it's like that. Next year, we hope to do it better than what we have.
His promises he made, he has started fulfilling it one by one. And this is a very big push for the Muslim community. And I hope that it comes and we receive it as a good news, and everyone around as a Muslim will be able to perform the Hajj.
The Member of Parliament for Asitifi South alleged the MPP government left behind a public debt of over $5 million.
The task force has discovered that the previous board left a debt of $5,409,526.66 United States dollars. We assure you we will account for every person that will come our way.
Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Shemima Muslim said President Mahama is committed to fulfilling his mandate to Ghanaians.
This is one of the major promises we made. There are commitments we have made to expanding educational opportunities, to also expanding the rights of the Muslim girl, then allow for her to be able to wear her hijab to school, to work. That is a promise he's also committed to, but also expanding general opportunities to our inner cities and Zongo communities. So there is more in the offing. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Hajj is an annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca and is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It is a religious obligation for all Muslims who are physically and financially able to undertake the journey at least once in their lifetime.
President John Dramani Mahama has directed Lands and Natural Resources Minister to take urgent steps to formulate policies that will take the Galamsey menace in line with the NDC promises and its People's Manifesto. John Dramani Mahama has said it is his conviction that Galamsey must be tackled as a national menace to which he remains most committed to. Our correspondent, Kamla Kluche, has more.
President who promised to prioritize modern market construction across the country deems it appropriate to have contractors return to an easy completion and an immediate commencement of phase 2.
Friday any contractor for no any Minister of Finance share yebeye senobeya yebetimi atwa ejuma no so enti senyame adoma enche bia contractor no eni na ejuma efo onbesan ba.
The president then proceeded to the Methodist School Park, moment after exchanging the pleasantries with the chiefs as a sign of his thank you talk. The traditional leaders pledged their full commitment embarking of his Operation Recover All Loot.
Any critique of such a body is only to enhance it and make it worthy of the acronym. We are all members of ORAL. ORAL is not guided by the non-African spirit of vendetta, which some people misconstrue it to be. But let me also tell you that we are humbly watching ORAL. Further, Your Excellency, the idea of ORAL is so laudable and African. ORAL should be a guiding spirit in our public service existence.
The acting president of the Western Regional House of Chiefs and the Esikado Mahini, Nana Kwabena Nketiah, the fifth charged the president to solve Galamsey. For John Mahama, Thanksgiving is key in nation building, with emphasis on July 1st returning on the calendar.
I propose that this National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving should be held on 1st July, which is also a Republic Day and also marks Senior Citizens Day. We will soon present to Parliament amendments to the Public Holidays Act in order that we can restore July 1st as a holiday.
The president in turn gave a directive to the Lands and Natural Resources Minister Manuel Amakofibua.
Your own son Amakofibua is formulating strategies for the implementation of our manifesto promise for dealing with this Galamsey menace. Our plan will involve the communities, including the chiefs and the youth, to take part in protecting their lands and forests and water bodies. We're not going to make it the responsibility of only the security agencies. We're going to involve the chiefs and the young people in the communities to help to protect your own lands, your forests, and your water bodies.
The Western region adds up to 2 regions the president has visited on his thank you tour so far.
Ghana has been involved in the debt exchange, and the debt exchange has affected the projects that were packaged under the Sino Hydro program. We currently have finished negotiations with the official creditors and are soon to start negotiations with the commercial creditors. I believe that this will pave the way for us to continue the Takrady interchange project.
He will be in the Central Region on Thursday for his thank you tour. Komla Kluchem, TV3 News, Takrady.
Minister for Education Haruna Idrisu has emphasized the need for a structured roadmap to improve conditions of service for university lecturers while ensuring financial stability. He said this during an engagement with the leadership of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, to discuss key concerns affecting lecturers and the education sector as a whole.
University professors retiring on salary, for the distressed economy that President Mahama has inherited. That will be a difficult one for government to do now or even into the foreseeable future. But rather, I'll take comfort in his words that can we have a roadmap that looks at restoration of conditions of service that makes life better for the university lecturer. But to give you an assurance that professors and university lecturers can retire on salary, given the state of Ghana's economy that I'm very familiar with, it will be difficult. You don't want that to be one of the promises for which 8-12 months you are in arrears. Haven't pledged it, you can honor it. So it's better to be very blunt on it. But it can be part of the consultations and dialogue that should go on between government and you in order that we can get the roadmap, as you said, to improve your conditions of service. I'm happy to note that Professor Solomon Nunu, I'll make the recommendations today, and I trust that the office of the president would be amenable into working with him.
Immediate past member of the Council of State, Sam Okujeto Ablakwa, has criticized persons calling for the removal of the Electoral Commission boss, Jane Mensah. In an exclusive interview on Agenda with TV3's Beatrice Edu, he described the call and actions of certain individuals as hooliganism.
Well, I heard it, I was laughing. I said, you are making allegations. What concrete thing do you have? This confusion in the election process, who caused them? The political parties have representatives at the polling station. They should stay there and the votes are counted. They tabulate it, the pink sheet, they transmit this information to their own headquarters.
So you're saying EC did nothing wrong with this election?
I cannot say anything EC wrong. But when they say ballot boxes will be taken, somebody went on the radio and television to announce that follow the box. Follow the box to go and do what?
But what about the EC announcing results when it knew that it didn't have all the polling stations?
It is not the EC.
And later coming back to say that they were under duress. That is part of the problem, because in some places like that, they even held gun, they held EC officers, forcing them that they should announce that this person has won. That's a whole host of confusion because we have become a country of hooligans. But you know the EC hasn't come up.
It was not the EC. It is not the EC's job, because they also are trying not to give the impression that they are against any particular political party. So it is a country, now we become a country of hooligans. How do people go and set up fire to the ballot boxes in an electoral office? What's the meaning? It's hooliganism.
When people felt that the CI 127 kind of guided the elections, there's nothing inside that said that the EC could go ahead and redeclare after everything.
No, holy. When there is confusion between the political parties as to who has won, let's go through the pink sheet and see what it says. And what it says is final.
And some didn't have it.
How can they not have the pink sheet?
They didn't have it, but
Where?
they went on to...
Were they not at the polling station? Were they not there when the votes were counted? How can they say they don't have it? No, because that's it. No, who does not provide it? That's the lie of lies.
Samuel Kujetu is an immediate past member of the Council of State, and he was sitting there with my colleague Beatrice Edu on Agenda. But the West African Gas Pipeline Company Limited, WAPCO owner and operator of the West African Gas Pipeline, undertakes major pipelines maintenance activities. The operations and maintenance manager for WAPCO West, Engineer Benoni Wusuaye, said that maintenance would be completed within the expected 28 days.
The comprehensive cleaning and inspection exercise is a key regulatory requirement and aligns with industry best practices to ensure the safe and efficient operation of the West African gas pipeline.
This inspection allows us to see, apart from cleaning the pipeline, we run what we call the intelligent pick. The intelligent pick has got all kinds of sort of instruments in it that actually looks at the inside condition of the pipeline. So after cleaning it, we'll run the intelligent pick that actually collects the data for us from Lagos all the way to Takoradi.
Completed in December 2024, the first phase involved cleaning and inspecting the onshore section of the pipeline within Nigeria. The second phase will focus on the offshore section of the West African Gas Pipeline. In a statement, the West African Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO, explained that the maintenance project will necessitate the temporary suspension of specific services, including the reverse flow transportation of natural gas from Ghana's western region to Tema, as well as gas transportation services from Nigeria to Cotonou, Benin, Lome, Togo, and Tema, Ghana. However, some gas transportation services from Nigeria to Takoradi in Ghana will continue during the period to ensure the successful execution of the pipeline cleaning and inspection activities.
What we have done is, once we shut the lateral down, we'll be able to replace the valves. The valves are on our laterals. It has nothing to do with the offshore line. So there's a line from Nigeria, 20-inch line to Takoradi. It is about 569 kilometers. We will isolate the lateral subsea. Then we can replace the subsea valves. It has nothing to do with. We will be doing some venting as well in Tema to be able to carry out that.
These activities include the pagan and inline inspection of the 569 kilometers offshore pipeline infrastructure from Ajudo, Lagos State, Nigeria, to Takrady, Western Region, Ghana, and replacement of critical subsea valves at Tema and Cotonou to enhance operational safety. WAPCO is mandated to conduct these inspections every 5 years or on a risk-based schedule as part of its commitment to maintaining the integrity of the West African gas pipeline and ensuring its safe and reliable operation across the West African region. Ekiofriwa Dako, TV3 News.
The Ghana Police Service has arrested 5 persons in connection with the murder of Kumasi Asante Kotoko fan Francis Yao Frimpong at Nsuatre. The Police Management Board has also met the Ghana Football Association to fashion out effective ways to tighten security at all match centres. My colleague Stan Niblo has more.
Joseph Ablon. On February 2nd, 2025, a fixture between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and their host team, Nsuatre Football Club, resulted in the stabbing to death of Francis Yao Frimpong, popularly known as Pole, a fan of the Porcupine Warriors. On Wednesday, February 5, 2025, the Police Management Board, POMAB, engaged members of the Ghana Football Association, Premier League club managers and owners to fashion out effective ways to deal with security at various match centers before, during and after games. Resolutions at the meeting will be implemented in stadia across the country. An Executive Council member of the Ghana Football Association, Frederica Champon, condemned the incident that claimed the life of Pole. He insisted on the need to prioritize the safety and security of football patrons as well as players to engender confidence and interest in the local league.
Sunday, it's something we need to condemn, but it has brought us to this point. What it is that we have to have a relook of how we organize games in terms of looking at the safety and security of patrons. And so when it is Sunday or Saturday or Friday and I invite my family or my friends to go to the stadium to watch game, I'm supposed to go there, enjoy and come back home, not to be confronted with hooliganism and to some extent losing life.
GALCA chairman John Kofi Ansah also made some corroborations.
We did propose to him that we want most senior officers to cover the 16 political regions to be in charge of solely sports issues and references to football in particular. And he has assured us that they will get it done. The second one happens to be the numbers we get at our league centers in terms of the numbers of police. He has addressed it and has assured us that we'll see some differences now.
The Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampari, indicated the apprehension of 2 more suspects, bringing the number of arrests made in connection with the Nsuatre hooliganism to 5. The IGP also hinted of a manhunt for other suspects believed to be on the run.
We are currently pursuing a few others, including a female that we are working on, who has been in hiding. But the question is, how far can you run and for how long can you hide after allegedly contributing to the sad situation that we face?
Francis Yao Frimpong left behind a wife and 6 children. Stanley Niblew, TV3 News, Accra.
Despite years of advocacy and effort to address cancer in Ghana, the lack of adequate data on the disease remains a significant challenge, impeding the fight. In response, government has announced plans to create a cancer registry to address the gap.
The World Health Organization (WHO) estimates in 2022 that there were about 20 million new cancer cases with associated 9.7 million deaths. In Ghana, the estimated number of new cancer cases in 2022 was 27,385 with 17,944 deaths and an estimated 63,764 persons having survived cancer. Hannah Tete, who has been a survivor of multiple brain tumors, shared her journey, illustrating the emotional and financial struggles faced by patients like her.
The seizures at night, at day, the pain I was going through, the side effects of the medications. So he started talking to people about my condition. And so people started coming on board to contribute to support me. And within some few weeks, I have the money. They couldn't take all out. They took only one out. I'm left with the others in my brain.
She recounted the stigma surrounding her ordeal and urged families and communities to provide support.
The first time this thing happened to me, and it continued happening to me, they started seeing me some way. And the people were like, this condition is not in our family. So sometimes they will see you as a curse, and they will start going far from you.
The Acting Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Professor Samuel Kaba Akruya, emphasized the need to strengthen the country's healthcare system and to establish a cancer registry to monitor and gather relevant statistics.
We realize that in Ghana we don't have a cancer registry. We are going to work on it to have a cancer registry. What we have is pocket of things. And once you don't have the registry, whatever you are saying is a story. But what we want is now to have the registry, and then we say, this is the cancer register. This type of cancer, this is this type is this is this is this. And then we get things done.
He also highlighted the importance of mobilizing support from stakeholders in the fight.
I hope to sincerely count on all of you for us to take this as our yardstick for this year, 2025, that we will put ourselves together, we will be together, media, the health workers, all of us, to educate the population, to educate the public, to create more awareness and to raise our voice to be heard, to help all living with cancer and all to be diagnosed with cancer.
Safa Boyne, TV3 News, Accra.
On that cancer note, that's how we bring the bulletin to an end this morning. My name is Godwin Asiriba. There's more news if you log on to www.3news.com. New Day continues shortly. Please do stay with us and see you soon. Bye.
Happy New Year from all of us at 3FM 92.7. We're grateful for your support over the years and can't wait to achieve even more together in 2025. To kick off the year, we're bringing you 3FM Fit Start, a transformative 60-day program designed to get your team fit, energized, and motivated for success. Health is wealth, and we know that healthy, motivated staff are the heartbeat of any successful business. That's why 3FM Fit Start offers life-changing holistic coaching, fun and engaging challenges, personalized diet plans to boost energy and productivity,